Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good Saturday night. It's September 5th, and I am back today with a severe weather update and a tropical weather update. So thank you guys for hitting 220 subscribers in August. That was my August goal. And we hit 220 subscribers, so thank you guys very much. We're at 221 now, so thank you guys for that. So let's go and get started. Sorry this video is coming out late. Just trying to get a video out today. So we can see we now have an enhanced risk area for tonight in areas of southern Minnesota for severe weather. Last night it was just a slight risk. It has made a little bit more of a northeastern shift though in the severe weather area, from what I've noticed. We had that enhanced risk that the Storm Prediction Center has put in is for hail. We now have a 30% significant area for hail. So that's going to be interesting tonight with hail. The event hasn't really started yet. We do have some taller clouds forming in this area though. So that's what we're going to be watching. We do have a wind threat. Still, the Storm Prediction Center does not think there's any tornado threat tonight. We're not going to be really going too in depth about anything tonight because it's pretty late. But yeah. So that's where we have today. And we're also going to be talking about day 2 a little bit. So tomorrow afternoon, or Sunday afternoon, we're going to be looking. We have a slight risk in areas of northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, southern Wisconsin, northwestern Indiana, and western Michigan. 2% tornado risk already tomorrow. Wind threat 15% and hail threat 15%. So that's exciting. Then on day 3, we just have a small marginal risk in north Kansas City, which we're not going to be talking about today. Let's get started. This is the latest HRR model. You can see the HRR model is predicting storms will initiate at around 4Z, which 4Z is around, that's around 10 to 11, which we already have some colder cloud tops in that area, or tall areas. So we can see it's going to form a line, and some of these storms could produce some very large hail. As you guys can see, the HRR model has some storms that are producing or have high DBZs. So I think we're going to see some storms of hail. We do have some good ingredients today, and I do slightly disagree with the enhanced risk. I don't think today's going to be that big of a deal, but I know why they put it in. So you can see we have some interesting storms going all the way down to eastern Iowa, all the way up from Minnesota. And so we can see some of these storms are kind of like a broken line. And we see that moves southeast, and then it weakens as it goes into Wisconsin and Illinois, probably just posing a damaging wind threat as we go until tomorrow. And then behind that is where we're going to set the stage for more severe weather, a second round, later in the day. So let's look at that. So we have to go back to the 00Z. We can see the 00Z HRR model does not have much or anything big for that area later in the afternoon. The big thing is what happens in the morning from the HRR model. And the big thing is what happens in the morning with our squall line from tonight, Saturday night. And then we can see later in the day we have some individual storms firing up in central Illinois. So we'll have to keep an eye on those. Those do happen. Now, the NAM-NEST for day 2 was a different story. The NAM-NEST is the big deal, not being that broken up squall line. It has the big deal being that night. So at 7 p.m., it has large individual storms firing off in Wisconsin, down to Iowa on the front, moving southeast towards areas like northern Illinois, eastern Iowa, Chicago, over towards Michigan. You can see those storms. So the models are not being very consistent. The HRR model has the big threat being kind of in the morning or around noon with the old squall line, but the NAM-NEST model, or the NAM-3, is showing it's going to be a big deal in the afternoon. We're gonna have to look at that. Now let's look at some things. Let's look at dew points, because those are kind of an issue. So tonight we don't have much dew points today with our storms. The moisture is kind of an issue, but we do have maybe enough. And then tomorrow we have plenty of moisture for afternoon storms tomorrow. Dew points of 70 in our area. In Michigan, we have dew points in the 60s, so decent, or it's good. So yeah, and so you see, yeah, the models are fairly inconsistent. Sorry. Now let's go to the NAM model, and let's look at some parameters here. It's not parameters. Let's look at some ingredients. Let's look at CAPE. So tomorrow afternoon, in areas like Illinois, southern Wisconsin, and stuff, we do have CAPE of around 3,000 to 4,000 ml CAPE. So that is pretty good. So instability is good tomorrow. Let's look at helicity. Now this is weird. So tomorrow we have helicity, according to this particular model, of 800 in some spots. Now that's very high helicity. And so let's look at lapses too. Tonight we do have lapse rates that are pretty significant in Minnesota, contributing to our 30% SIG. Tomorrow lapse rates are good over in Illinois and Indiana, Wisconsin, in that area, for severe weather in the afternoon. Now, I do think we will be seeing a tornado threat tomorrow, though. I do think we could, but I do think a 5% is actually likely for tomorrow. This would load. Yeah, I do think. Okay. SBC wants to. I don't know what this is. Okay, there we go. So we have a 2%. I do think a 5% update or a 5% risk is okay. It might be added. I do think there's a pretty good potential for it to be added, and I'd say it's probably going to be in this area. I don't think it's likely to happen in Michigan, but the chance is always there because this is the SBC. So yeah. But let's go over to the tropics now. We're not really looking at anything other than the National Hurricane Center. So we have Omar just hanging out up there doing nothing. We do have a new disturbance, though, to the south of the Dominican Republic with a 10% chance of forming. It's in that general area. Now, these are the two big deals back here. 80% on this one, which is still in Africa. 90% on this one. Now, where these go is still the question. Now, most of the models have been hinting on on a few of these disturbances kind of going up northeast around the ridge or around the high pressure system. But there's always a chance they can still go this way. So we're going to have to keep an eye on those. And some of the models do have weaker disturbances going this way, not really doing much. But so I do think we could see a few, and that could pose a threat to the U.S. But we will have a lot more updates on if that does happen, because we're going to be having videos every day. But yeah, that'll wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will be back tomorrow. But yes, bye.